spring 1836, near Toronto, Canada. Elder Parley P. Pratt had been called to serve as a missionary in Upper Canada. After a remarkable series of miracles, Parley began to enjoy considerable success there around Toronto. People began joining the church, including a name you might recognize, John and Leonora Taylor. Well, as the work grew there, it began to spread out into the surrounding countryside. One day, Elder Pratt went afield among the farmers, taking John Taylor with him, and went out and began to preach the gospel to the farmers. They stopped at the house of a man who was a friend of John's, a man named Joseph. This man had 2 sisters who, on seeing Elder Pratt coming towards their house, took off running to a neighbor's house. They ran away from Elder Pratt like he was some kind of ghost, I don't know. And Elder Pratt said in his autobiography, they ran away, quote, lest they should give welcome or countenance to Mormonism. They wouldn't dare be seen, in other words, with those cursed Mormons. Well, the 2 sisters ran away, but the brother, he stayed and greeted the visitors, but his greeting was far less than cordial. Quote, he said he was sorry we had come. He had opposed our holding meeting in the neighborhood, and so great was the prejudice in that area that the Methodist meeting house was closed against us, and the minister refused on Sunday to give out the appointment sent by the farmer. Ah, said Parley. Why do they oppose Mormonism? He asked. To which the farmer replied, I don't know. But the name has such a contemptible sound. And another thing, the man continued, we do not want any new revelation or a new religion contrary to the Bible. End of quote. Does any of that sound familiar, those of you that have been a missionary? Well, now Parley wasn't put off by that. He responded cheerfully, oh, if that's all, we shall soon remove your prejudice. Come, call home your sisters, and let's have some supper. End of quote. Well, the 2 sisters came home. They prepared supper, and they all ate together, and that night they went off to the meeting. Parley described what happened that night in the meeting. He said, the house was crowded. I preached, and the people wished to hear more. The meeting house was opened for further meetings, and in a few days, we baptized Brother Joseph and his 2 amiable and intelligent sisters, for such they proved to be in an eminent degree. We also baptized many others in that neighborhood and organized a branch of the church, for the people there drank in truth as water and loved it as they loved life. End of quote. Love that story. Now, I share this because nothing has changed. There are so many people out there right now who are kept from the truth, from the Lord's restored church, because their opinions have been clouded and jaded by rumor and slander against the truth. They can't see the brilliant glory of the restored gospel of Jesus Christ and the Lord and Savior's priesthood authority, because there's a smokescreen of lies that have been told about you. All the more reason, my dear friends, and that's the reason I tell you the story, all the more reason for you and for me to stand up. Tell the truth, even if it's in fast and testimony meeting. Tell the truth. Bear testimony of the gospel and of its truthfulness and of the power you've received from it, and thereby blow away the smoke of lies and slander, and let people see the truth. By the way, in so doing, by such simple testimony, you never know the good you may do. That farmer who was a friend of John Taylor's out in the Toronto countryside, his name was Joseph Fielding, and his two sisters, Mercy and Mary. Yes, Mary Fielding Smith, the girl who ran away but came back. And oh, did she come back. She became the wife of Hiram, the patriarch of the church, the mother of the 6th president of the church, and the grandmother of the 12th.